auditorium stage, and sometimes, Doc, I think we can belittle the things that God put in us that bring us and other people joy, because we can say, oh, that's nothing, but it's a passion.
Right. So the first thing is the train is going by. The first thing is
train
recognize, determine what that is. Find out what your passion is, and then pursue it. Pursue it in such a way that nothing will stop you. I mean, nothing can stop you. You must do this. If somebody stands in the way, then you go around them, or you go under them, or you go over them. But you go do that thing which you must do.
Yeah.
And if you do that, I think you will live a passionate life, a life of purpose. And remember, the only person that can decide whether you're a success or not is you. That's really true. That's also from the Charlie movie. But it's true.
And we didn't just come here to plug these films, but I will recommend everybody to see them.
Yes, they're good
But
movies.
the only one that can decide if you're successful is you.
Right.
Success is something that is good to have an understanding of, and not simply take what we see on TV, what we saw that celebrity or this person do. If I was like them, or I was like them, I would be successful. What is success, Dr. Pondillo, to you?
Success is being being yourself. You know what I mean? Not being anybody else. I mean, why would I want to be, no offense, but why would I want to be a second-class Janard, a Janard Cross, if I can be sort of a first-class Bob Pondillo? I mean, be yourself,
That's a good question.
I mean, and I'm sure a lot of people look at you and they go, I want to be like Janard. In many ways, that's good. I mean, it is. You got to find. You have to have a template.
Yes.
You have to use somebody that you kind of look up to, and
And I did
emulate.
that. I have to do that
Sure.
when I was more of an introvert, and I want to start
That's
coming out of
hard
my
to
shell. I was.
Really?
That's a whole another movie. You might have to write that one.
We have to talk about that.
But I want to start coming out of my shell and being nice to people and having
Yeah.
friends. So my template that I used was my cousin Janelle Floyd. She was outgoing, she danced, she was in homecoming, she was a senior superlative,
Sure.
and so many other things. So as my template, I'm like, okay, so Janelle is a superlative, friendliest, and senior. She has a lot of friends.
Right.
She has a nickname, G-Money. She's in homecoming.
Right.
And I made this decision sophomore year. She was a senior when I was a freshman at Riverdale. Sophomore year, going into that year, I made a decision to change. And I had a vision, and I was set on that purpose. By the end of my senior year, I was the friendliest senior superlative like her. I had a name. Her nickname was G-Money. They called me J-Rue. I was homecoming. But at that point, Dr. P, I didn't really have a lot of experience.
Right.
So I had to look at her. But in the midst of coming out of that shell, by looking at what Janelle did, I found myself.
This is a very common story. This story that you just related. It's true. You have to. There's some professor or some actor or somebody. That you want to be like. So be him. Steal the act. Steal the act for a while, But eventually, you will develop, your voice will emerge. You'll come out of you won't be Janelle anymore. You'll be Janard.
From Janelle to Janard.
That's right. And it's true, though. It's true. So try that. That's one thing I would recommend, because I did that, too. Yeah.
Really?
Sure.
Who was your inspiration?
When I was a young guy, I wanted to be on the radio, play records, tell the jokes, and all that. There was a guy in Cleveland, Ohio, a long time ago by the name of Jerry G. Bishop, and I wanted to be Jerry G. Bishop. So I went on the radio when I had a chance. I was a young guy, and I started doing his act on the radio. And then eventually, I was known as the real Bob James when I was on the air.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay.
But that's still online too. If you Google the real Bob James, you'll find that stuff. If you dare look at that.
So, Dr. Pondillo, for anyone that wants to stay updated on your upcoming films, maybe work together, collaborate with you, or just learn from this wisdom, how can they keep up with you? Are you on Twitter, Dr. Pondillo?
I believe I am. I'm on Facebook too, where all the old people are now. And if you want to try, you could always reach me there, or just email. You know, you can email.
And what's
me
your email, Dr. Pondillo?
Pondillo at mtsu.edu for the time being, and I think they're going to let me keep that.
Okay.
So you can always find me if you're looking for me.
I think they let me keep my email address till I forgot it.
It happens.
So Pondillo, Pondillo.
Pondillo, like dill pickle. Pondillo. It's pretty easy.
At
mtsu.edu.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Pondillo, thank you for being a voice of inspiration and being a person that God strategically put in my life to see something in me that has enhanced my life. And this world of living in and on purpose, it's just a perpetual domino effect.
Well, there's something about you, Janard, that jumps off the screen. I mean, people watch on TV, but when you watch them in a movie, in a more controlled environment, you know, a little more controlled, but not too controlled, because that would be stifling for you. That would bind you up too much. It's hard to find people like that. These are the type of people that should be on television.
Hollywood, are you listening? Are you listening?
Serious, though, you know. So I think the next thing is to do a movie where you literally star in the movie. It's about your character, in other words. And we've been thinking about that. So maybe
we're going to be collaborating.
Next couple of days.
We're going to be collaborating. Well, y'all, we've had enough fun for one occasion of this inspirational show. Thank you, Dr. Pondillo.
Thank you, Janard.
I look forward to
always
working with you again and live on purpose.